Quite often because convicts were doing runaways and they would team up with Aboriginal people and by and large fit in, I guess. Bowen comes in here in 1803. First massacre's the same year. Then you move through to the 1830s. By this time there's been lots of fights and skirmishes between white people here and the Aboriginal people as our lands were being appropriated for farms and so on.
Appalling for the Aborigines, and none of the whites, well, they were all taking their land, weren't they? So, yes, the convicts were just part of this dreadful treatment of the Aborigines.
You know, we know that it's a story that's fraught with all kinds of very, very emotive difficulties, but that our vibrant community of Tasmanian Aboriginal people is also largely a vibrant community of convict descendants, as many people in the Tasmanian Aboriginal community now proudly acknowledge.
Of course, the sealers weren't very successful working around the islands unless they had Aboriginal women who were the hunters. Our women were great swimmers. They were the ones that went down into the water to get crayfish, and they were the ones that snuck up on seals and killed seals for the sealing industry.
The convicts were blamed for the violence with the Aborigines, and that was a very convenient narrative, and you still hear it repeated all the time. And of course there's a truth in it, in that most of the fighting was done by the convicts. They were the ones who died as well. The nearly 200 or so white people who were killed in the fighting. Most convicts, it was their lives who were in the firing line. They were the shepherds and the stockmen and the ones doing the real fighting. But they were also the ones who did most of the brutalities.
One of the things I think that probably was the greatest impact on Aboriginal people was to see that they were so cruel to their own. And the convicts, I suppose, were seen to be at least in some sort of natural alliance with Aboriginal people, in that they were also being treated badly by the colonisers, and blackfellas would be trying to work out, well, how come these two mobs different?